Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. I have a bunch of things I want to tell you about. Some coming up this month, some coming out in the future. It is March now. We've got a bunch of things going on in March. But first, I want to talk about something that just ended, which is our stewardship campaign. So we just wrapped up our stewardship campaign on Sunday, and we have heard from a little more than half of the pledge units we expect to hear from this stewardship campaign. So if you are one of the folks that we have not heard from yet, we would love to hear from you. And if we don't hear from you by next Monday, March 11th, we are doing a phone-a-thon and we will give you a call. So if you'd like a call from us, you can just keep holding off and wait for our call. But if you don't want to call, then we would love you to get your pledge form in sometime this week. That would be wonderful. I will put a link in the comments to the pledge form so you can fill it out online. You don't even have to find the paper version that we gave you. And we look forward to hearing from you about your pledge for next year. This Sunday is Sunday, March 10th. Erin is going to be leading the service and talking about from surviving to thriving. So I hope you will join us for that. There will be workshops for kiddos happening during the service, as well as OWL for our 4th and 5th graders. For the folks who are signed up for that, our kids worship room will be open as well, and we'd love to see you in any of those spaces, whether it's in the sanctuary or in one of our workshops. And after the service, we've got a couple things going on. Our young adults are going to be playing games in the dining room starting at 11:30. So there'll be fellowship hour. It'll just kind of like smoothly transition over to games. In the fellowship room, our social justice team is meeting, and they welcome anyone to join them for that meeting. And in the chapel, the Campbell Chapel, I will be leading Exploring Membership, which is an opportunity for folks to learn about how to get involved more deeply at UU Nashua, what it means to become a member officially. And it is the one class we require folks to take before becoming a member. And I invite people to come even if you're not ready to join yet, because it's a great way to learn a little bit more about the congregation and what we're all about, and what to do when you do want to become a member. So that'll be 11:30 in the Campbell Chapel. It'll last about an hour. And we will have childcare available after the service during all of those programs that are happening. A few things I want to invite you into coming up. Our Building Our Vision team is starting to think about the front of the sanctuary and what that's going to be like when we take everything out of the front of the sanctuary. And we are hoping to get a task force together to answer that question. So if you are interested in thinking through what the front of our sanctuary needs, I would love for you to be a part of that task force. You can just send a note to the Building Our Vision team. They're at bov@uunashua.org. That's the letters bov@uunashua.org, and we'd love to have you be part of that. We have a couple of rituals coming up in this month that folks are invited to be a part of. One is for honoring elders. I'm really excited about this one. It's a beautiful ritual, and it honors folks who are who determine themselves that they are an elder, either entering elderhood or maybe they entered it a while ago. So it's a time to honor the wisdom and experience that elders bring to our congregation. So that's going to be on March 24th, and any self-defined elder is welcome to be a part of it. Just send me a note if you're interested, and I will put you on the list, and then I'll send out more details to you as the date approaches. And then on March 31st, we're not in May yet, on March 31st, we're going to be doing child dedications. We do these once a year. It's a way that we welcome children into our congregation. And it's a really special moment to affirm these children and to affirm that we want to be part of the village that is raising these children. So if you have a child who has not been dedicated here at UU Nashua and you would like your child to be dedicated, we do have a form for you to fill out. I'll put a link to that in the comments. And we'd love to have your child or children be a part of the service. On March 24th, after the service, we are having our Spring Leadership Summit. So this is a time when we bring together members and friends of the congregation. Twice a year, we do one in the fall, one in the spring. We always have a different topic. To either do some learning or some exploring or some brainstorming or some thinking together about a particular topic or issue in the congregation. And this spring, we are going to be talking about being out of our building for a few months. So we are going to be starting construction for the Building Our Vision project in mid-June, and that means we'll be out of our building both partially and completely for a period of at least 5 months. And we got a plan for that. So we have already started talking to places that might be able to host us for particular things. And we would love your input. So we'll be doing some sharing and then some small breakout groups to talk about more specifics and to get input and ideas from all of you. We'll definitely have a breakout group on faith formation and one on worship, and we may have others as well. So that's March 24th after the service. It'll be 11:30 to 1:30. We will feed you. There will be lunch, and we also will provide childcare during that time. We want to make this as accessible as possible to as many people as possible because we'd love for you to be a part of this conversation. So if you would like to be a part of that, we would love to know that you're coming so that we can plan for lunch and know how many people are going to stay. So we have an RSVP form. I'll put that link in the comments. Please fill that out. And I really hope you'll join us on March 24th. As many of you know, we have been hosting a warming station for the city of Nashua in our dining room, and we would love some help with that. We would love some cleaning help, and we also would love your donations, particularly of snacks, to help keep folks fed during the night. So I'm going to put a couple of links in the comments. One's to a Sign Up Genius for some cleaning help. One's to a wish list for the kind of snacks that we're serving to people here, and if you are able to help in one of those ways, we'd really appreciate it. It will make it possible for us to continue having the warming station here through the next couple of months until it warms up. And then a couple things coming up in April. So one, they're both the first weekend in April. April 6th, we are having a performance and panel discussion here. The performance is called My Queer Faith. It is the musician's name is Kimayo. She does storytelling and music interwoven. It's about an hour-long program talking about her journey to figuring out how her queer identity could fit in with also being a person of faith. And I have heard that it's a really powerful story, and I'm really, really looking forward to bringing Kimayo here to do this performance. So we're going to have the performance. She's going to do the performance, and then we'll have a little break. We'll have some refreshments, and then we're going to have a panel conversation. And the theme for the panel is realizing a welcoming New Hampshire, and we really want to explore with some folks from the community and from different organizations who are going to be on the panel how it is that New Hampshire is already a welcoming place for the LGBTQ plus community, and how we could be more welcoming, how our state can be more welcoming, and what we should do. What is the next step for us in being a welcoming New Hampshire? So I hope you'll put that on the calendar. It's 4 to 6 p.m. on April 6th, and we'd really love for you to be there. And then April 7th, we have a team running and walking in the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter Run and Walk. We'd love for you to be a part of that team. It's April 7th. It's after church, so you can come to church and still be a part of it. I'll put a link in the comments to where you can sign up for that. And I believe the rates either are going up today or just went up, so I'm sorry I didn't get this out there quickly enough to get in before the rates go up. But it's all going to a good cause, so that's okay. And we would still love for you to be a part of our team. So that's what I've got. That was a lot. I'm going to stop right there. And thank you for listening to the end. And I hope to see you at church on Sunday.